Hello to you my fellow Gooners and welcome back to Arsenal TV. Now this video is my post-match review of the Wolves and Arsenal game, and Arsenal, won it quite comfortably 2-0. Now if any football fan would have said to an Arsenal fan and said that you would win 12 games of your season and you would draw one, lost one, and you'd be sitting top of the league by Christmas, by the World Cup break, and being 5 points clear of Man City, all the Arsenal fans will have absolutely laughed at you for that simple fact, because we haven't really been top of the league for a very, very long time, and I think this is a massive turning point for Arsenal in this in this evolution of Mikel Arteta. But yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely buzzing to be top of the league. But the only problem is I'm not going to get too carried away with it, because there is still 14 games left to go in the Premier League until the end of the season, and so I'm not going to get too carried away, because the season could change. But what I would like Arsenal to do, it depends on how we bounce back from coming from the international break. So we need to, the same way we started this league and the same way we've ended it is the same way that we need to do exactly the same coming back for the second part of the league. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing that we're top of the league, and it's onwards and upwards for Arsenal this season, hopefully. So let's get into my match review. In terms of the first half, we was dominant from the get-go, as I said. Very, very dominant from the get-go. We was outpacing them, outrunning them, and we had some good chances. We did make some attempts in the first half to take an early lead, and really, to be honest, the early lead did actually come, but it was ruled offside with Jesus, which was very, very unfortunate. Obviously, we know that Xhaka came off very early on in the game as well, due to an illness. But Mikel Arteta did turn around and say in his post-match interview that Granit Xhaka was not the only player to be injured, to have an illness. There was like 4 other players apparently. But to be honest, nearer to when Granit Xhaka came off the field, I think that Arsenal looked at, personally, this is my personal opinion, I think that we looked a bit slow off the pace. The energy level wasn't sort of there like it was the first part of the first half, and I think that was because the players, because they was ill, their energy levels wasn't quite there. Yeah, it just was a bit sluggish at times, to be honest with you. But also in that first half, we couldn't seem to find the back of the net because of Wolves' great defending, where they had every man behind the ball, and Wolves made it very difficult for us at times. They didn't really give us any room to get through their channels. They stopped out some clearances as well. So yeah, it was really, really good from Wolves. And to be honest, Wolves didn't really play like they were at the bottom of the table. They was playing like a mid-table team, maybe even higher than that. Wolves could have also had the penalty decision that could have gone their way. Yes, it probably would have been a penalty if the offside flag didn't go off. I think it would have been a penalty, and even possibly a red card. And I think if it did end up being a penalty and a red card, I think that could have really changed the game for Wolves. And we probably wouldn't be coming out as winners. But overall, in the first half, we did find it very hard to break them down. At times, we did struggle. We were the better team. We were the much better team in and out of possession. We was creating clinical chances and pushing Wolves back. So, overall, first half, we were actually the better team. Now, if I was Mikel Arteta at half time, I would have been saying to the players, pick it up, pick the pace up, because we're too slow. You need to move that ball quicker. We need to get the ball back quicker. We need to seriously up the tempo and get out of that first gear. That's what I would have said to the players if I was in Mikel Arteta's position. Now, going into the second half of that game, I noticed with the opening 5 minutes of the second half, you know, we was a lot quicker on the pace. We did really knock the tempo up, got the ball very quick. We passed it, we moved it, we switched the play. So yeah, we was really up in our game in terms of pace-wise. The first goal came in the 54th minute with Martin Ødegaard with assist by Pablo Vieira. Do you know what? With Martin Ødegaard, I think he's a brilliant player, and he's only 23. He's literally running the show at the moment in terms of that number 10 role. No, his goal was very clinical, and when you need a player, your captain, to step up, mate, he absolutely stepped up big time. The second goal from Arsenal came in at the 72nd minute with Martin Ødegaard with a brace, scored a second goal. And yeah, I mean, the second goal for us really did kill Wolves off and really killed the game off completely. It was overall a professional performance from Arsenal, and I think that this game against Wolves was really a pressure game for Arsenal, because Man City, you know, they had a defeat against Brentford 2-1, and this was really a pressure game for Arsenal, because we knew that if we beated Wolves, we would be 5 points clear away from Man City, and you know, it was also a pressure game because we had to bounce back from the Brighton defeat in the Carabao Cup in midweek. So yeah, and Arsenal done it very well. And you know, we're 5 points clear of Man City, top of the league at Christmas. You know, what more can you ask for? There's nothing more you can really ask for. And you know, we move on now to West Ham at Boxing Day. My man of the match for the Arsenal game, it's got to be Martin Ødegaard for me. I think he was the standout player all round. I know, you know, there was other players in that game that played very well, but Martin Ødegaard for me. And it's not just because he scored the 2 goals. It's because, you know, he led by example as being captain and stepping up when he needed to step up. So guys, there you have it. That has been my match review. And as I said, you know, it's going to be an interesting league this year. As I said, I'm not getting too carried away because I've still got 14 games left, and the table can change. But yeah, you know, let's enjoy it. And we're top of the league at Christmas. Absolutely buzzing. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you do smash that like button, and make sure, if you are new around here, make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Until my next video, guys, I will see you lot soon, and Merry Christmas.